Hey guys, this is Art. What's up? How's it going? Back to do another video. It's Friday night. It's been a very hectic week for me. When I say hectic, I do mean a very hectic week. One of the things I got accomplished this week was I started going back to the gym again. After many false starts, I think I'm finally back on track. Things are starting to get back in order again. A lot of the mistakes I've made, I'm starting to starting to develop a plan of attack to correct a lot of these mistakes. One mistake that we all talk about, and most of the things that we did, was the DUI situation. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Was it September? Was it September 24th or 25th? It'll be 2 years since I've been off probation, and I've learned a lot since then. One of the things is that I've learned that one, no one gives a damn if you drink. No one gives a damn. Problem is what you do after that drink. So what happens? Some of us could say, hey, it's no big deal. Some people, sometimes I drank in some videos, and some people like, some people might be like, "Why are you drinking? After all that stuff you went through, why would you take a drink?" Because I can. Because I can. The thing is that after I take that drink, what I do determines everything. Some people have been off probation. It's just got off probation. Some people are about to get off probation. Some people about to start their probation and everything else. And the thing is that depending upon where you live, and I do mean, like I said, in a prior video, one of the things I said, sometimes I forget that different countries do different things. One thing I've learned is that the more liberal the country is on drinking, the tougher the damn laws are. Like most parts in Europe, you can drink as a teenager, but their drunk driving laws are fucking insane. Canada, you can drink when you're 19. That's when a lot of kids at my age, when we was turning 18 and 19 years old, a lot of us headed to Canada. Why? Because that's the only place we could drink. Problem is that when you come driving back, that's when that's when a lot of us got in trouble. Not me personally. I waited till I was 20. Nope, I lied. The first time I drank was 17. I was in a dorm room trying to impress this girl. After 2 cans of beer, I was looking for myself I was searching for myself in the bathrooms. That's what kind of a night it was. Before I used to drink just to drink to get drunk. My idea was I want to drink. I drink because I want to get drunk. Okay? That was my goal. That was my plan. Drink till I get drunk. Nowadays, I just drink for enjoyment. Now, some of you might say, "Oh my gosh, Art, you just got off of probation 2 years ago. Don't you feel that you're going to go back in that same situation?" And the answer is no, I don't. It's not about being full of myself or being too confident or too cocky. It's nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. What it is that I finally learned what the fuck is going on with me. Okay? That's what it was. I've learned what the fuck is going on with me. Why do I drink to get drunk? Why? Because I have some pain. I drink to get rid of the pain. Well, doesn't that make you an alcoholic? Some people say. No, it don't. A lot of people and the funny thing is that a lot of alcoholics, they decide to get sober on their own. Some very few times, sometimes, most of the times that I've seen, a lot of times is they put you on probation. You go to AA or counseling, you go to AA meetings, and all of a sudden you say that you're an alcoholic because I had to identify myself as an alcoholic. I don't. Sometimes even in AA meetings, I still say, I still drink when I feel like it. Because one of the slogans, I drink, I can drink when I want to. Dot 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 dot. But I don't want to. Okay. The idea, the membership for AA is the desire to stop drinking. But in actuality, I don't desire to stop drinking. I want to keep drinking until I feel like I don't want to drink anymore. But that's a totally different story. Totally different story. Number one, first and foremost, when I now drink, one time I got stupid. One time. But the fun thing was, the one thing that saved me was that my car did not start. The fuel pump went out and it didn't start. And I had to tow it home. That was the one time so far after I got off probation, I got stupid with it. Other times, I might drink a little bit here, a little bit there, and that's it. True, there is a zero tolerance policy. That means if I take a drink, if I get pulled, if my alcohol blood is over 0.00, they can, and I mean they can bust me for drunk driving. Technically, and the funny thing is that they can do that for anybody, not just me who got busted for drunk driving before, but anybody. It all depends on the police officer. Matter of fact, it's kind of hilarious. Just within the past week, a police officer in Detroit got put on uh, what they call administrative leave because he was suspected of drunk driving. So, which means they're busting their own people. They're busting. See, before they used to bust cops, but before they used to let cops go. Now they're busting because of this. It became a so fucking hot issue. They're busting their own people, which is a good thing. I remember when I first got on probation, what pissed my ass off the most was in Texas, and I do mean Texas. And there was a police video of this where the police got this one lady. She's drunk as hell, and she said, "I'm a judge. You can't do nothing to me." And what happened? These sons of bitches let her go. This lady at that time was handing out drug driving convictions to people, and she got busted for drunk driving, and guess what? They let that lady go. Do you know how irate that made me? I remember the old bar I used to go to. The old bar I used to go to. There was this old man that went in there like after, during not rush hour, happy hour. And I sat there, and this guy would be talking to me. He goes, "Yeah, yeah, 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 And he said, "What did you do?" I said, "Yeah, yeah, I got busted for drunk driving." And then he goes, "You know what? I'm a judge." And I'm like, "Okay." But the thing is, the dude drank about six beers and took off. And I'm sitting myself, was like, let me find this motherfucker's car so that way he can get busted like how I got busted. But of course, that shit never happened. And then what happens? One of the waitresses that I knew that worked there at the bar, she's like, "Man, this sucks. I got busted for drunk driving." And you say, "You know that judge that comes here and drinks every day, every other day or something like that?" I go, "Yeah. That's the motherfucker who sentenced me. He knows I work here. He knows I serve it. He could at least give me a pass or did something. But no, he had to throw the book at me. And this guy doing the same thing." I said, "Do you know what kind of car he drives?" She goes, "No. If I can find out, as soon as he leaves here, I'll call." Go ahead. Who knows whatever happened to that? But the thing is that it's kind of funny. One thing is that if you're driving, It's all depends about what they call causing attention to yourself. So in other words, if you're swerving, they 9 times 10 the police is going to try to pull you over. If you're driving slower than everybody else or faster than everybody else, they're going to try to pull you over. If you're blasting hot, loud ass music, it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if it's the freshest beat in the land. It doesn't matter if it's Jay Z, Teddy Pendergrass, or Witter Yankovic. They're gonna pull your ass over and they're gonna do this stuff. I've learned not to do that kind of shit. I don't at night. I don't drive around with my car blasting. Now the thing is that right now it is almost 9 o'clock. My brother going. My brother. I had to pick up my brother between 11 and 11:30 tonight. So in about the next 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna rush to the gym. And the thing is, it's gonna be at nighttime. Am I gonna have my music blasting? No. Drive the speed limit. Go to the gym. Do my little workout. Take a shower and get the fuck home. If he calls me hopefully he calls me on the way. Or do I have to stay here, just drop off here for a hot second, then go? That's a different story. But that's what I'm planning on doing. Or should I just don't go tonight and go tomorrow? I'm leaning more towards the not going tonight but going tomorrow thing. I'm leaning towards that. But I kind of want to go. So I'm him hawing about that. But one thing I've learned is that you got to get your mind right. True. Some places they tear your. I mean, the thing is, this whole DUI experience it tears your life apart. And I'm not saying this to scare people, but this is the reality of it. The reality is, it's going to tear your life apart. It's going to tear it to shreds. As soon as you thought you got over something, there's something else that pops up. You know, whether you are going to be, whether you going to be work. You know, tell you the truth, a lot of times I was scared as hell when I had the drug test. Why? Because they might ask me to come back. And they charge you extra money for coming back sometimes. Even if it was their error, they'll make you come back. And you had to test more. Because it's never going to be their error. It was always the one person looked at me and goes, you know what, see that? And he said, that dude, watch him carefully. Because if you don't watch him carefully, he's gonna screw up your shit. And you have to come back. What happens? That guy got fired sooner or later, but still it's that kind of concept. Going to court, you don't know what the kind of shit they're gonna pull up. Even though you might pass everything, they might just say, you know what, just for the hell of it, I'm going to have you do this for a couple more years. They have, and funny things, they have that fucking right to do that. Even though it's not fair, but they do have a right to extend your probation. So the question is, what the hell are you going to do? You have to live it every day. You know, some people can't drive anymore. It's not the fact that they can't drive anymore, they don't want to drive anymore because it costs too damn much for them to drive. Now, me, I probably pay close to $700 a month just to drive right now. I bought a new car. So that new car, I actually tell you the truth, you know what? Let's add that up. I paid $263 a month for my new car. Insurance is $463 because of the fact that I got my Jimmy and my new car. Same policy. Because I'm keeping the Jimmy for at least to about the beginning of the year, then I'm getting rid of it. Just in time for tax season. $726 a month just for me to drive. And the thing is that, like in America, we have what they call the point system. So depending upon your points that you got on your driver's license, and a drunk driving offense is like 10 points, and it takes it takes about so many months before a point drops off. So basically, and the funny thing is that so I'm paying higher insurance rates. I'm gonna be paying higher insurance for the next 2 years. That's the cost of that. And the thing is, I'm willing to pay that because I like to drive. Believe me, I love driving my new car. I love it. But, it's a cost. Some people had to put a device on their car. This one, my friend who passed away earlier this year, her father on his car has that breathalyzer lock on his damn car. And he has to blow on it every time he wants to drive. And the thing is, he drinks. So guess what? When he don't feel like driving, he don't drive that car. If he feels like drinking, he don't drive that car. And the funny thing is, he had that thing on his car for 7 years. 7 years. He's been off probate. He's been off parole 5 years. But he still has the lock on the car because he can't finish paying it off yet. And he's on disability. Like I said, I'm glad that I have a decent paying job where I can afford to pay this shit. But it's still a burden on me. It's still a burden on me. It's still a burden. Now some people will say, well, it's not a burden on you. You're making good money. If you're making good money, you know, you shouldn't have to worry about it because you're still got enough. Yeah, but guess what? Do I feel like paying $400 in a month for insurance? If I'm paying that should be like a Mercedes Benz kind of money. Not not a Chevy Malibu. That's like Mercedes Benz or something. I don't know. Something like the most expensive car in the world. That's that kind of shit. Not what I'm doing. Come on now. Come on. We can do better. But the thing is, see, I'm just today. This is just a rant because there's a lot of stuff on my mind. I want to get it out. But the thing is that what shocked me was when I talked to some people and they said my life is over because I got busted for drunk driving. And in a sense, yes, your life as you knew it is over. This is a new reality. This is a new life that you got to go through now. It's brand spanking new life. So the question is, what you got to do? Well, okay. If you want to drive again, do you have to pay the extra money to do it? That's if you want to drive. But if you don't have to drive, then don't worry about it. Try working on yourself first. See, the thing is that during my probation, I worked on myself. My man Tony, Taylor Man-Made, he worked on himself he's on probation right now. And guess what? I'm pretty sure tell you the truth, when I first saw his video like a year ago, this guy was like, I'm gonna die kind of shit. But when I see his videos now, he's a totally different person because he worked on himself. That's what I believe. I believe he worked on himself. He worked on himself. That's why he's better now. I'm working on myself. That's why I'm better now. So you got to work on yourself. And believe me, sometimes driving's not the best. Sometimes you might not need to drive. But it's always fun to do. Get your license back. If it costs you that, if you really want to drive, you're going to pay. If you really want to drive again, you're going to pay the damn cost. Believe me, tell you the truth, I did the bus. I did the bus thing. I rented cars. Me and renting cars like $300 a week. I'm sick and tired of paying $300 a week. I rented a car for technically almost a month this year. Oh no, 15% left. Oh well. But guess what? That's like 4 months worth of car payments. That's almost a half year of car payments. What the hell? I did the bus thing. 3 buses to work, 3 buses back. Insane amount of long hours, long days. I've done that shit. I'm tired of that. I'm willing to pay that extra cost, and that's what I'm doing because I want to drive again. So so if you really want to do that, you're gonna pay that cost, and you're gonna love it. Why? Because it's better than wallowing. Not saying that if you're wallowing in your pain right now, I'm not saying that's not a good thing or a bad thing, or you're pitiful. No, that's not. It's the way how you cope with it. Thing is, I looked up and said, I gotta do something. I have to do something. So either I can let these motherfuckers beat the shit out of me. They beat me, and they beat me. They'll beat me. They'll beat me. They'll beat me for 2 years. But guess what? I'm off of that shit now. I'm not letting them beat me anymore. I'm gonna take it. I have to take it. It's like me bending my ass over and getting rammed up the ass. There's nothing wrong with getting rammed up the ass if that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do and that's what you like doing, there's nothing wrong with that. But me, the scenario is that life is ramming me up the ass because of the quote unquote mistake I've done 2 years ago. I'm gonna keep paying on it. Guess what? I still keep paying on it when I get pulled over. Because I got busted for drunk driving, I'm more likely to get pulled over majority of the time. Now in my old car, I'm more likely to get pulled over because brake lights don't really work. It's a messed up car, rust, banged up shit. My new car, I have not got pulled over yet. And that's a yet, and I'm trying not to. So what I'm going to say is this: if you're watching this, if you're feeling down, just remember you can always get back up. It may take you a long time to get back up. You might have to crawl. You might have to eat some damn crow. You might have to spread them butt cheeks apart and let the system ram you up. Let them bust all these fines and fees up on you to do it. But if that's what you want to do, you're gonna do it. And you're gonna love it. Believe me. Every month I'm bitching because like, damn, I gotta pay $465 again. Damn, I gotta pay this again. But I'm loving it because I can drive anywhere I want. And the thing is that, you know what? You can always message me. I'll read what you message and I'll get back to you. May not get back to you right away because sometimes I might have to think about what you just said and try to figure out how to respond to you. But anyway, with that, I'm gonna go. You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna chill at home tonight. I'm gonna chill at home because by the time I get there, work out, shower, yeah, I'm just gonna chill at home. I'm just gonna chill at home. Plus, another thing is I have to be at work tomorrow morning. So, with that, I'm gonna take off. Hope you have a great Friday night, and stay tuned for the next video coming soon, where you can hear me rant and rave some more.